What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Check it out. The old man got some work done on the old Chevy back here. Haven't really talked about this on the channel because we haven't really done any work to it, but look at this. The old man's got the fenders back on. It's got, look at how nice the inner fenders fit on this thing, turning it into a super stock hot rod. Radiator, ink pad, let's see if we can brighten that up just a skosh. That's what we got going on here. Hood is on, fits great, needs some trim pieces. Stuff is expensive, but hey, a little bit of progress here on the 64. Put some old tires on the back just because the slicks kept going flat. But yeah, that's how the 64 is looking. I don't know if she'll make it to the track this year or not, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? It's early. A lot could happen still, but yeah, we need some interior work done significantly. So that's kind of where we're at here on 64.
GallStar TV.
In today's video, I want to get that car fired up. We've been working on it all winter, making all kinds of changes. We completely rewired the car. We switched from a small block to a big block, rocking a 565 in here this year. Tons of work on the front side of the engine to get everything fit. We got, of course, new motor plates, rebuilt the transmission, repainted the transmission, all kinds of new transmission cooling features. Shout out to Jones, shout out to Long Motorsports over there at Dale's A1 Transmission. And shout out to K&R Performance Engineering for hooking us up with all of the wiring necessities needed here for rewiring the hot rod. Today is the day. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Couple things, couple odds and ends that I got to finish up. I thought I was like done with the wiring, but turns out I forgot to kind of finish up the headlights up front. I got a couple odds and ends, things like that, just to kind of clean up before we actually start flipping switches. I mean, I'm nervous. I pretty much wired about 95% of this myself, and it's my first time ever doing it. I'm definitely nervous. I'm definitely nervous to start flipping switches, turning things on. And if there's a problem and I have to diagnose something, that's what I'm nervous about. So we'll see what happens. But all right, time-lapse video. Let's get these odds and ends put together, and then I'll check back when we're about to fire up this car. Here it is, on the brink of actually trying this thing out. Kind of tidying up some odds and ends this morning, and now we're to the point where we're about ready to let it rip. So the old man's got the old headers put back on here. We're gonna have to get some different plug wires because for some reason these are, we don't really know what changed. Nothing changed.
It's this bracket.
Oh, that bracket. All right, so we need some new plug wires that are a little bit longer. I kind of did a little bit more wiring back here. I redid the wiring for my tail light and some of the other transmission type stuff. I kind of redid some of the grounds. Got a better ground situation going on here. Got the headlights wired up, finished up. So now everything is pretty much ready to rock and roll. We are to the point where we're going to be putting in some transmission fluid. We're going to be putting in some oil. We're going to be putting in some water and some gas. And then we're going to see what works and what doesn't work. So that's where we're at. Hopefully we can hear it run here shortly. Oh man, I forgot to show you guys the starter button that we put back here. All right, so we're ready to rock and roll?
I'm gonna try. Might have 4 more gas in it.
Ignition is on. You wanna run the button or not?
No.
Here we go. What do you think?
Stupid O-rings in these quick catches are both leaking, but they tend to dry out. So now with some gas on them, hopefully they'll work. If not, that won't be an issue. But other than that, I want to just take a look at get that ignition thing figured out and make sure we.
That felt good to, whew, man, it's been some months since we got to hear anything or smell anything like that. Whew, man. All right, guys, I hope you liked that little first startup video. I'll tell you what, I still am. I'm super pumped to get to the racetrack. Like, I'm so psyched on racing this year. And I thought, gosh, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. I'm feeling this. Like, we're getting close. And then I woke up this morning and the ground is covered in snow again. But that's what I get for living in South Dakota, I guess. But I'll tell you what, this kind of capped the day off and redeemed itself a little bit because I'm feeling pretty pumped on racing again now. The garage smells like a race car again. That helps a lot. So you get that smell going, and just to hear that thing fire up, gosh. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But before we go, I have one kind of off topic but kind of awesome thing to share with you guys. I have figured out a way to completely upgrade the content on this channel. Do I have your attention yet? Because I have a new camera. Not just any camera. This is pretty freaking sweet. Check this out. Boom. Look at this, you guys. You're like, what is this thing? This here is a 360 cam. So it's the Insta360 One X. I'll tell you what, I thought that 360 cams were kind of a gimmick. And but we have, like drag racing, we have the one application that it's super useful for. I have this thing mounted up on the roll cage of the car. I'm going to be capturing 360-degree footage with this, and then I can frame it up after the fact. I can frame it up in post. So what that means is if a car is chasing me, I can watch that car all the way as it passes me. Or if I'm chasing someone, I can, like, imagine I'm in the car. It's gonna be like, I can do that with the camera just by having this on the car. Do you guys know what I mean? I feel like I have to do a little example. Check it out, guys. This here, apparently I can, you can still see me? It doesn't look like you should be able to see me. And like, you can still see me now. What in the world? Like, seriously. Okay, so check it out, guys. This here is the Insta360 1X 360-degree camera. And apparently, I can use this thing and you can still see me now. Like, I'm literally walking around the car. I think you guys can still see me. Is this blowing your mind or what? Now, 360 cameras, I thought, no, they're kind of a gimmick, right? That's kind of what I thought was like, you know, like you can get these tiny Earth shots, and it's like, that's cool one time. And, you know, I just thought, it's kind of like a, it's cool one time kind of thing. I didn't think like there'd be any kind of continuous use that I thought would be cool. And then I got to thinking more, and I was like, you guys, I have the one application that this camera is super useful for. I mean, check it out. Imagine I'm chasing a car. Imagine I'm the opponent right now. I can literally frame up the camera on the other car. So like if they're coming by me or I'm going by them, whatever this is, look, the camera just follows the other car. How sweet is that? If I'm getting chased, I can have the camera looking back and I can have them, you know, it come up next to me, and it's, oh man, super excited about this. Hopefully it's working. I don't know where to look. Am I acting weird? I'm sorry. It's like, it sees everything.